Advancing Women shows the importance of peer networks, inclusive mentorship and partnerships, and creating culturally safe spaces in supporting the leadership journeys of women with disability. And it calls to attention the need for systemic changes in our workplaces. It very much unpacks the barriers in the program and in the learning content. We need to understand accommodations and how to embed them in all levels of leadership and not just our entry-level positions in the workplace. I think prior to using Mentorloop, I was almost sort of going through this without any kind of oversight of what the user experience was, whether it be the mentor or mentee. Mentorloop, by the click of a button, I have my platform open all day, every day. It sits on my, on my desktop. Online, and I can just refresh it when I start at 9 a.m. in the morning and see whether or not I've got any notifications. At the beginning of each week, I can give the mentors and mentees in the group loops a quick rundown of what the week entails and any links to any outside resources that are going to be valuable to that week of mentoring. So I think it's the automation and taking away that manual labor. It makes me realize that we are going to be able to scale this program up in a much quicker way, and has helped streamline the onboarding process of the mentoring program. It breaks down people's profiles very quickly, and I can go through and see who I think would be a good match for each other. If I'm struggling with matches, then obviously the sort of algorithmic version of matching can be helpful as well. But also I get to understand each participant individually as well, because I feel that as a coordinator, it's important for them to get to know me and create that connection with me so that they know that they can come to me, and Mentorloop offers that regular touch point of connection through the messaging as well. It was very critical that safety was key for the women, particularly the mentees, and ensuring that their experience is, going well, and the ratings and the little feedback and insights that are offered in the one-to-one loops as well, and the ratings on those are really valuable. It gives me back so much time. I can literally, see what's happening in my mentorship program, within 1 to 3 minutes for that week. And then I can engage with that on a much regular basis, every morning that I log in and before I log out in the afternoon. So we did expand the program, and we scaled up the amount of organizations and participants that we're going to include in this next, pilot that's running currently. I guess it's really important to identify that we probably have had we have identified a much more higher retention rate. I think retention rate, I always say in the program that naturally we do have drop-off. I think across all programs, as in any kind of education or learning, we do have a tendency for people to drop off, and I don't find that alarming. The retention rate in the first pilot, where we didn't use Mentorloop, was very challenging because I guess there's no prompting and touch points when there's progression between the mentor and mentee. Mentorloop's able to create a sense of accountability. I think that the prompts are really helpful. And I think people come to realize that if they interact with Mentorloop in the program and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, the prompts are not as, there's not as many. And I think that helps with that accountability of the importance of the program. This is a mentoring program built to support the advancing of women with disability in their particular workplace. And I think Mentorloop has taken away some of the apprehension and just created a little bit of structure around, what am I supposed to be doing? And they're reminded through Mentorloop about where they're supposed to be at in their mentorship relationship. So retention rates have been much better than the last time. Connection has been the one thing that identified as having the most impact. There are a lot of different disability types, and I guess having an online platform enables us to connect with women across all different states in Australia, and it's not just for people in, metropolitan areas. For anyone that is looking to start a mentoring program, to ensure that the program is accessible for everyone, that everyone has equitable access to your program, your content. That is really key to a successful program. You want your program to be able to include everybody. So really think about inclusion, diversity, intersectionality, and co-design. They would be my key points and advice to someone starting a mentorship program.